Match, prochain combat, 1 fall or 20 minutes. Une chute ou 20 minutes. Primitive, firstly, from Montreal at 230 pounds, de Montréal at 230 livres, Pretty Boy Dan Ferriss. Et son adversaire, his opponent, mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, de Montréal, from Montreal, at 240 pounds, at 240 livres, Jacques Rougeau Jr.
All right, already. A couple of great ones from the province of Quebec. Dan Ferriss from Montreal at 230 pounds. The man you see right there will be going against one of the greats from a legendary wrestling family in Canada. This young man, Jacques Rougeau, 240-pounder, also from Montreal. Rougeau, quite obviously, the crowd favorite this week. Another background, just for the record, on Rougeau. When I said a famous wrestling family, indeed, Ramon, I believe it was Armand
and Jacques Sr.
And Jacques Sr. All right, go to the headlock. Great physique. Now this young man, Jacques Rougeau, into the ropes, referee calling for the break. Right now, Ferriss starts to assert himself. Whoops! I'll tell you what, Rougeau, spell that one out. And now all of a sudden, Dan Ferriss perhaps making a wise decision to slow down the momentum of Rougeau, getting out of the ring, pointing his finger. Good upper body, obviously George Cannon. This Rougeau has tremendous methodical, scientific working knowledge.
I think
great
it's all
sport of
in the
professional
genes.
wrestling.
This is not a pun, Gene, but it's all in the genes.
Well, you'd have to say that in light of the fact that he's got so many members of his family that have excelled in professional wrestling.
Well, his uncle was the famous Johnny Rougeau, very, very popular wrestler in Canada and all over the world, Gene.
Oh, look at this move with that step over on the toe. And Jacques Rougeau truly asserting himself against Dan Ferriss. Ferriss gets to the rope, the referee calling for the break. And indeed, Rougeau doing the sportsmanlike thing and backing off. Certainly giving Mr. Ferriss ample opportunity to gather himself. This crowd starting to come to life. As you can see, many, many fans at ringside. It's great for the World Wrestling Federation to be in Canada. And as I said, literally from coast to coast. We're going to be covering matches virtually every major city. Oh, monkey flip high in the air. And Ferriss really hurting. What a sensational move on the part of Jacques Rougeau. 240 pounds of dynamite. Rougeau truly this week showing me a lot of the Canadian superstars. What a way to enter the ring, Dan Ferriss. Absolutely jerked over that top rope by Rougeau. Good-looking young man, no doubt about that. He's got to be a crowd favorite wherever he travels throughout Canada or anywhere in the World Wrestling Federation. As you know, George Cannon, the World Wrestling Federation spans the entire globe.
Well, Gene, he has all the attributes of a champion. He's got ability, agility, use, speed, sign, strength, stamina, desire, and courage.
Is there any of the... Oh! Jacques Rougeau inviting the Greco-Roman lockup, and Ferriss not about to play that game with Rougeau. As a matter of fact, he countered with a boot to the midsection. Now a side headlock and flush to the mush, a full fist. And Rougeau now taking out of the punishment as Dan Ferriss starts to assert himself. Chop, and that one clearly to the throat from our vantage point. Snapmare takedown, and again, Ferriss to the throat of Rougeau. To the ropes, up and down with a flying knee drop to the upper torso. 1-2. Ferriss denied on that particular occasion by Rougeau. And again, Ferriss. Body slam with authority. Goes for the cover. 1-2. And another kick out for Rougeau. Oh, look at this. Now Rougeau counters with a series of rights. And all of a sudden, it's Dan Ferriss begging for mercy. Here are the Canadian superstars of wrestling. Ferriss boot to the midsection. Slam into the turnbuckle. And Ferriss has really taken some severe punishment here in just the last few seconds. Oh, boot to the, perhaps the chin or the jaw of Jacques Rougeau. From our vantage point, it was not exactly clear. Well, fight fire with fire, George Cannon. You being a ring veteran, I would imagine you wouldn't mind expostulating on those kind of tactics.
Well, the only thing that Jacques Rougeau Jr. sees going for him is to give Dan Ferriss the same kind of treatment, and he's certainly proven that he can stay with him no matter what Dan Ferriss is handing out, Gene.
All right, I do want to remind you, both of these men from Montreal, Quebec, in Canada, but you're going to be seeing the great stars all the way from Halifax, Nova Scotia to Vancouver, British Columbia. The Canadian superstars of the World Wrestling Federation has arrived. Big back body drop. Here comes, Rougeau with a very unique flying drop kick off that top rope. And Summerly gets the 1-2-3 count over Dan Ferriss. Before we get the official reading, that was some kind